Hello and welcome to another rant. Sorry for the clickbaity title. No, I'm not done on YouTube. No, I'm not dying. No, I'm not, going to jail. I'm not, all that stuff. But so a week ago, I was sitting here in front of my computer and I became very white in my face. I became pale, shocked, speechless. So some of you know that for about a year, I've been working with AI music for my songs and my reviews because, it's fun to sing specs of amps. It's stupid. Have some AI songs written and they were not the greatest production. They were weird form. Vocals sounded weird. But I then found a way to split it into stems, rip it apart, change form, and make it better. Good enough for, guitar gear review videos and just have some fun with it. And then I made a little course showing you what I do. And what I did was necessary to make it in any way musical and good because the AI had weird lyrics, the AI had weird form. It was usually, cool idea in the intro, and then a verse, which might have been, 7 measures or whatever, like odd numbers of measures. But it worked. Great hook in the chorus, and then all of a sudden there's an interlude, which doesn't bring back the great theme from the beginning. It couldn't recognize, I had something good here, let's put that back there because that's what music is. And then it was always kind of good until the bridge section, because there was all of a sudden a solo, then a bridge, then another verse, then a drop, weird form. Okay, that was Suno, I think 3.5. And then that algorithm became 4. It got better. 4.5, it got better. Now we're up to 5. Holy fuck. Audio quality is so much better. The guitars are still slightly synthy sounding. Guitars are good, but not amazing. So, then somehow I watched something the other day that was called Suno Studio, and I watched a little video about it because I couldn't access it with the €8 a month I was paying these people. And of course, we had many discussions about AI and what has to happen for that to be more satisfying to the music community. That's all done. So I watched this Suno Studio video of these 2 young guys in Cambridge who are, behind this, and they're showing it. There's of course more people, but the project lead. And he's showing me what he's doing in Suno Studio, which I will be showing you in a second. And I realized I'm done. Music is done as we know it. And that's not an overstatement. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. This is a very sad video that I'm making right here. We're done. Unless you want to have fun. Unless you want to be on stage and jump around. AI can't do that. Unless you want to have fun with the guitar as a hobby. Cool. Absolutely cool. And you want to worship some guitar player and practice their bits. Yeah, that's going to stop soon too because we won't have any more guitar players. But as a hobby, making music is probably going to still be around. But I'm not exaggerating when I'm saying human music creation as commercial music that is published and gets paid for. That's done. I studied arranging and sound design at Berkeley. I did 9 semesters. I worked my ass off. I'm an arranger. I can write a cappella. I can write string arrangements. I can write for big band, for orchestra, rock, pop. This is what I trained. I'm a sound designer. I know what knobs to fiddle, which is why I can review pedals and shit. I mean, I know some of the stuff that happens with waveforms and what an LFO is, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Nobody needs that anymore. After that, I gained 25 years experience in studios, in producing albums, in reviewing gear and getting better at guitar sounds. Everything that I dedicated my life to learning and improving and getting better at is done. Finito. Because this thing that they released will do it in 30 seconds and it will do it better. Am I exaggerating? Nope. And I will show you. So to get Suno Studio and to be able to use it, you have to have the premium subscription. And I needed to know what they were showing in that video, if that's true. So I spent the yearly money, I spent $280 and subscribed for 1 year to Suno Premium, giving the people that are de facto taking our jobs money. But there's no way back. This is where it's at. This is it. So at the end of the video, I will tell you my prediction of where music is going to go. Now, before we go into the studio here, let's quickly go to where music used to be. The music used to be in the 17, 1800s. Some musicians, probably professionals, did music to entertain the people only live. And in the 1900s, music started to be recorded, and that was a totally different thing. More people could actually make it, enjoy it, record it, and record labels came around, I don't know, what, in the 50s, 40s, 50s, I don't know, when music started to be a commercially recorded thing. But you know what? That business model is also not around anymore. I mean, not that much, because then all of a sudden music became everyone's right by just paying a small fee a month, and then some guy has billions and can put it in AI weaponry. Spotify asshole. So yeah, it changed. That model of we work hard, make great music, we get a record contract where we get kind of raped by a record company, but at least we are touring the world and we're rock stars. That concept lasted about 50 years, maybe 60. And then phased over to we have to promote ourselves. Everyone can be an artist now. Let's upload it to platforms where we don't get a lot of money, but at least everyone gets to hear us. And that will change. The way we enjoy and make music, the way we listen, the way we create, and what music we listen to will change. And I will give you a prediction at the end of this video. So I will show you Suno Studio. So the way Suno usually worked is you put in some lyrics here, you put in a style, and you get a song. Okay? You can also click write full song, lyrics about the world of music changing, with the chorus saying, I am done. I don't know. Very, very basic prompt. You can, of course, put a bigger prompt in there. And I mean, within seconds now, we're going to have a set of lyrics. I am done, chasing shadows, chasing sun. I'm done, this old song's no longer fun. So what I can do is select this option. Now it's in here. Now I can go and improve it, change it, which I usually do. I go into Rhyme Zone and do what I do as a songwriter, make it better, but I got a good start, right? And then I can say, give this to me in 80s rock driving beat, 140 BPM D minor. You could put a lot more prompts in there. So I hit create, and then I get a song. That's how that works. And you kind of live with a lot of the stuff. I mean, it's already done. Let's listen to that.
Vinyl dreams are fading.
Is that the greatest song in the world? No, but it's pretty damn good. I'd listen to that in the car. The studio. Before we get to the studio, I loaded this song in here. This is one of Rafa's songs, and I load that in here and said, add instrumental. By adding instrumental, it analyzed the song, wrote all the lyrics out, correctly identified verse, chorus, bridge, everything, which it needs to make it musically relevant, wrote this massively long prompt based on what it heard. Acoustic folk pop song in major key featuring a male vocalist with a clear, slightly melancholic tone. The primary instrumentation is an acoustic guitar playing a finger-picked arpeggiated pattern throughout, providing both rhythmic and harmonic foundation. The tempo is moderate and the chord progression is diatonic, creating a warm and inviting atmosphere. The song structure follows a verse-chorus format with a bridge. The melodies are simple and memorable, sung in a comfortable mid-range. Production is clean with an acoustic guitar and vocals prominent in the mix, suggesting a live or intimate recording feel. There are no complex effects, maintaining a natural, organic sound. This is what it got by listening to that. You know who can do that? Us, intelligent human beings, who have just been replaced because it wrote that out in seconds. So this is the original.
Of last year's leaves, the mailbox of reminds of fees, and I'm not sure I'm needing all those shoes. The hall's a mess, can't find my keys. The kid is hurt his other knee, and now we're cutting back on all the booze. I got in gray, more work and less play. Our youth seems to fade, but can we complain? I guess that's just married life.
So what you got is an acoustic guitar and a vocal, and that is it. What I wanted is an arrangement on top of the recording. It didn't do that. It performed the song with a similar voice and a similar feel, but changed some of the phrasing. It reinterpreted Rafa and then added shit. This is what came out after minutes.
Garden's full of last year's leaves, a mailbox full of reminders of fees, and I'm not sure we need any of those shoes. The hall's a mess, can't find my keys. The kid is hurt his other knee, and now we're cutting back on all the booze. I got in gray, more work and less play. Youth seems to fade, but can we complain? I guess that's just married life. These small imperfections amount to sublime, so we better hold on tight. There's no one I'd rather have here by my side. I guess it's just married life.
People say AI music doesn't have soul. It's soulless. Fuck that. I'm sorry. Tom, you said that. No, we want that to be true. We would love that to be true, for AI music to be cold and heartless and soulless. This was an amazing interpretation of what Rafa did, with a beautiful, absolutely musically fitting arrangement. Could I do that? Could I do that? No. Yes, with a day of work, Rafa in the studio, and recording it all, arranging it all would be loads of fun. Would I do it better? Nope. This is the musical choices that Suno did within seconds is ridiculous. So, let's look at studio. So I went and loaded married life in here. This looks like a DAW now. It's absolutely shocking. And here's the original, right? And I said, based on this, made a new track. And instead of give me the whole song, I said, give me a bass. I said fretless. Gave me 2 versions of a fretless bass. So
the garden's full of last year's leaves, the mailbox of reminder fees, and I'm not sure I'm needing all those shoes. The hall's a mess, can't find my keys. The kid is hurt his other knee, and now we're cutting back on all the booze.
is that the hardest thing to do? Nope. Okay. Give me an organ. Nice B3 with dirt.
The garden's full of last year's leaves, the mailbox of reminder fees, and I'm not sure I'm needing all those shoes. The hall's a mess, can't find my keys. The kid has hurt his other knee, and now we're cutting back on all the booze. I got ingrained, more work and less play. Youth seems to fade, but can we complain?
There's some pitch stuff in the drums, which is weird. So they're gonna have to improve on that. But the sad thing is, if you look up here, this is Suno Studio Beta version 1. It's not even a release. Where's this in a month? Okay, you're not impressed? Okay, fine then. This is a sad bit. Strings.
The garden's full of last year's leaves, the mailbox of reminder fees, and I'm not sure I'm needing all those shoes. The hall's a mess, can't find my keys. The kid is hurt his knee, and now we're cutting back on all the blues. I got ingrained. It seems to fade, but can we complain? Guess let's small imperfections amount to surprise. So on time, there's no one I'd rather live by my side. I guess it's just married life. Sink us.
Fuck! No, not only did it mirror vocals, do beautiful counterpoint shit in there, but in the interlude where Rafa just played chords, it recognized, here's an interlude, I can fill that with a melody, let's foreshadow the melody of the verse. And that's what it did here, and then it pulled it back when he started singing again. Musical choices that are extremely good, that one of the best musicians would do.
The sink is clogged, the vacuum broke, the stove.
This is completely ridiculous. And what, you don't like that one? It always does too. So let's pick this one, copy the main track. Here's a different one.
Garden's full of last year's leaves, the mailbox of reminder. The hall's a mess. I got ingrained. Oh, I can last me.
That is beyond ridiculous. Like literally beyond ridiculous. I can add another track. I can say for this bit here, let's do guitar, rename, guitar, add a clean electric guitar with a univibe on it that plays arpeggiated chords. Done. Create. Find out if that works. Now, of course, it's done already, right? No univibe, but damn, that's not what the.
Now we're cutting back on all the blues I had ingrained.
Sometimes it doesn't place it. That's it's beta. It doesn't place it right. So you're gonna have to go in.
On all the blues I had ingrained. Oh, I can last break.
Yeah, luckily, not fully there yet, but here's another version. Come on. You click on this. Here we go.
On all the blues I got ingrained.
With 8.8, I mean, what the fuck? So, okay, that is ridiculous. The stem splitting in here is better than even the most expensive software that I own. So I took a song from Campaign Like Clockwork, had it split into stems with great results. I mean, the bass. If I do this in RX11, all I get is I get like a low end thing. Here you've got the attack remain. It's good. The stem splitting in here is so good, it actually separates backing vocals and vocals. How? Okay, so this is actually our recording of that song. I told it to write new lyrics based on the locked-in syndrome and being locked into your own body. So we're not even using Rafa's lyrics. And I said, give me a verse. And then I did the same thing on another track for give me a chorus.
Trapped inside the walls, ain't break their skin, screaming loud, but no one hears me within. Blink once, my voice, this Morse code hymn. My mind's a lion, my body's the cage it's in. Silent wars, the battle rages. Prison of flesh, flipping endless pages. Locked in, the world moves, I'm still locked in. My will fights the chill. Locked in, this body won't let me begin. Locked in, I'm screaming, but it's something.
Yep, that's what that does. That's not a vocalist, that's AI. I mean, let's say trumpet. And here for this bit, I want trumpet. Gonna say brass. Here, I want a trumpet solo there. This is how people will make music. You do not have to know the key. You do not have to know the range of a trumpet. You don't need trumpet samples. You don't need to know different articulations for different samples. And even if I have all these tools, me with my knowledge, my education, my endless libraries cannot I haven't heard it, but what you're gonna hear, because all these articulated, the strings we heard earlier, I could arrange those. To get that performance, I need strings in a room. I can't do that with the best string libraries in the world, because it doesn't sound like a string library. So let's see what it did for us. Did 2 versions. Of course they did. You could also, they showed this, just go ahead and sing a rough idea. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be pitch perfect. Sing a rough idea. And then say, please give me that as a flute guitar solo. And it'll interpret it and make it better and actually like a flute or guitar would play it. That is, what else do we have here? So this was the Airwave song. I had loads of different drums here created because I did want a double time feel in the chorus. It couldn't actually do that. It always created a halftime feel here. Loads of different variations, but as you can see here, it actually split the AI created song into lead and harmony vocal, which I can then actually take out very easy, just up here, and then I go to the stems and just say download. And then I have all the different stems and I can replace what I want, which is what I did. I replaced mostly everything. But here we have...
The road provides, I'm riding the airway. I am free, gliding where the sky meets the sea.
And then I said, just for fun, in this little break here, first of all, in that break, let's see what we got here in terms of drums.
All I need.
Okay, let's say I want something else. Go to version 8, copy that in the main thing, back.
It's all I need. It's all I need.
Wait, I want a different guitar solo there. Just go, select it, and I don't know, no, just guitar. I think you select that, and you say replace. And now it's giving you alternatives. Because you didn't like that solo. You don't know how to play guitar, you don't know the key, you don't know anything, but that's how you write a guitar solo. Apparently. That's how it's going to be. And look, I love working with AI music. Absolutely. It was fun. Still doing it. But okay, so for example, right? And then we got a little string thing here in the interlude.
It's all I need.
Or whatever. Let's put that one in.
It's all I need.
I think you get the idea. There's a lot of, you don't need to be a musician. You just go and say, oh, I want, what are these effects here? Some clicky stuff. Okay, fine. Go and replace that and say, I want percussion. Create. And now it's giving me percussion for that part. So you can see that anyone with access to that can just have ideas about music without knowing the instruments, without knowing the sounds and anything, and actually get not just good results, but the musical choices that are made for the drums, for everything. They are extremely good choices. I was sitting here with several musicians going through this, and we all agreed the choices that Suno makes there, based on being fed all the music in the world, are good. It's what a very good musician in the studio would do, and it does it within seconds. What's the percussion here? That's kind of cool. And you can take that out and do something with it, or use it in, I mean, any... Again, sometimes it places it wrong. You just have to find out where it's supposed to be. Usually it's a measure later, and then you're good. No, not there. So, point is, fuck. This is absolutely there to create killer songs, change things about those songs if you don't like what the AI created, and go in and do, tweaks, change things, have individual instruments reimagined, add things to your own tracks very easily. Do you have to be an arranger? Nope. Do you have to know anything about string arrangement? No. And you will get, I'm sorry to say for myself, a better result than you would get from a very trained arranger who won awards and shit. Me. Or others. In seconds. This is beta version 1. I'm fucked. Everything I learned, anyone can do now. Which probably means many of you are fucked. Live music, still a thing. Good luck. Me, I am very happy that I can do YouTube, and that I have a video studio that we're now renting out, and, I have other expertise that are still valuable. Everything I learned about music is not valuable anymore, because anyone can do it now without any knowledge. Now, where's this gonna go? As I said before, sorry for this video being lengthy, but I think you need to know this shit. There was a time when minstrels roamed around and made music. That's how it was. Then recorded music started. And then there was a time where artists were big, and there was a Madonna and a Michael Jackson and a Metallica and a Bon Jovi and a U2, and the big, huge bands, big stadiums, all that. And now we got Taylor Swift and the Eras. I get that. And there were labels, and that shifted to streaming and people self-promoting, coming back to Taylor. I do think that very, very, very quickly, instead of sitting down in the car and opening Apple Music, which I have in my car, and saying, give me my playlist, or actually play something I would like, and then it looks at what I usually listen to and then suggests similar things, and then, based off that, you know how it goes. Suggestions. That's how we learn about new music now. Most of what AI has created, I actually enjoy as songs more than a lot of the music I've heard lately on Apple Music from the suggestions that it does in the styles that I want to listen to, which is really sad. But AI writes killer shit. Great hooks, great dynamics, all the musical decisions that I enjoy in good music. It does right. It's not soulless. It really isn't. I really enjoy these songs. I would want to listen to that. So what's going to happen is, and I'm pretty sure that is true, instead of opening up Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever in your car, very soon, I want to say in a few years, no. It's been 1 year since I started working with AI music, when it was fun but pretty shit, to my job is over. It will be that you get in your car, and the car says, what kind of music do you want to listen to? And I'm going to say, I'm going to the mall. Give me something about Henning going to the mall. Dogs are in the car. It's a sunny day. Up-tempo driving music, Americana, electric guitars, some organs and maybe string arrangements. Cool 3-part harmony, backing vocals, and give me a whole album of that, of varying degrees of speed, time signature, and dynamics. And then 30 seconds later, it'll start playing. And on my way to the mall, I'm listening to a whole album of songs about my day, about me and the dogs. Of course, it'll learn about me. It'll learn about my preferences. And I might rate the songs. I might give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars. And then, a month later, it knows exactly what kind of music it has to write based on my prompts, because it learns my personal preferences way better than a playlist on Apple Music might. And what makes us like music? Well, we identify with an artist because they might have a similar story. We identify with what they write because we see ourselves in it. Our feelings, our emotions are mirrored in their music. Whether it's happy, sad, aggressive, whatever it is, we feel a kinship to the artist. But the song might be about Rosanna and not about Leslie. Well, now the song can be as personal as you want the prompt to be. The song will be not adjacent to your personal problems and triumphs. They will be exactly your personal problems and triumphs. It'll be your songs. And even though it's not, but the average listener will feel ownership of that AI-generated music because it is about them, if you want it to be. Or it is about whatever they want it to be, and then they feel like, well, I told it it's about that. So I'm pretty sure that listening to music is going to be, give me that kind of music about that kind of situation in that kind of mood, and then it plays that. I mean, further down the line, and who knows how long, but not years, not many years, it might actually measure your heart rate and your mood and your whatever levels in your body and know exactly what music you need at that point in time. Do you need workout music because you're working out right now? Oh, Henning, I noticed you're working out. Do you want something nice up-tempo that's exactly your current heart rate? I mean, wouldn't happen because I don't work out, fuck that. But you see where it's going? Completely personalized music. And we're all saying, no, we don't want that. We want the true human music. But you know that that is where it's heading. I'm thinking, and I know it's horrible to say this, I'm thinking that very soon the age of human-generated music is done. Not because I wanted to. I'm a musician. This is my life. But I see how good this is. It is already better than us. This is beta version 1. And it's already doing things that a trained musician can't do. If I wanted to write these strings, yes, I can. But I have to get that level, I have to bring string players in. It's thousands. This does it in 30 seconds. So not even. It's already surpassed very gifted musicians. It's writing good stuff. It's arranging good stuff. We've already been replaced. And I'm pretty sure that for the average person who's not a musician, who's not affected by this, they will go in their car saying, it's a beautiful day, playing me music about my cats. That sounds kind of Björkish with a bit of, EDM under it. Okay? Bam, there's a song. Sorry. If you're feeling like I was feeling when I watched their presentation, I'm sorry. But, I've promoted, hey, use this AI music to play some cool riffs and learn about music. I have made a course about it, which is now obsolete because I showed in the course how to split it into stems, which it now does, how to improve on things that they have done with your own creativity, which you can still do, which I am still doing because it's fun to me, but because of fun. Music will be something we do for fun, but a career? Nope. Will anyone even learn instruments if you can just type shit? I have no idea where it's going, but I'm pretty sure music will be highly personalized in the future. This technology will be in your car, in your stereo, and very likely even automated to your current mood because we've got these devices. It's disgusting. And the level of intelligence that it already displays is highly frightening. Because if this is a public thing that we can just subscribe to for $22 a month, what are governments and military using behind the scenes? Because we usually get the good shit years after they've already done it. So if this is out, what are they doing? Go and listen to some TED Talks from people warning about AI. There was a good thing on the Daily Show today, which is you want to buff where it's going. I wish we could all stop it. I wish we could turn it off. The AI music is the least of our problems. But for musicians like me, if I was still a musician, not a YouTuber, this would be a real problem. This would be I'm going to go have to stock shelves at Lidl kind of a problem. So I have diversified in terms of YouTube, in terms of video work and so on. So I think I'll be fine for a little bit. If I was an arranger or a producer, I'd be pissing my pants right now. This was not sponsored by Suno, trust me, except for the fact that I paid them to look at this stuff, find out what it is, and report back to you. Fuck it. Comment now. Well, fucked. Animals at the end.